What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. First off, I want to say thank you for all the support on here. We've got a lot of stuff coming up. I have a tournament this weekend, so I've been playing rounds and prepping for that. Actually just shot 11 down at Eastway, where I'm at right now. Filmed a couple of things on my phone, but really wanted to focus and play good. My last tournament here, I shot 6 down, and that was 10-26 or 10-23, something like that. So I just shot 11 down, pretty freaking good. I'm okay with it. But today, what we're going to be talking about is a new disc from the Trilogy lineup. It is the Strive. It is a 13.5 -1.3. A lot of you Trilogy people, which I'm a part of, you were worried that I was just going to abandon my family. Listen, there are a lot of Trilogy molds that I love that are still in my bag, that I throw really good shots with, and they're not going anywhere, okay? Unless I lose them and then need to get something else. So don't worry, all right? I still love my Graces, my Rives, my Felons, my Justice. So many molds are still in my bag and still very important to it. But the Rive and the Grace, I would say, would go down as some of the best discs that Latitude 64 has ever made. The Rive, when it beats in, is incredible. And from my experience throwing this about maybe 5 or 10 times, this feels like a beat-in Rive right out of the box. So once you beat this in, I think it's gonna fly similar to a Grace as well. So it's a really good disc so far. The plastic, obviously the Royal Grand plastic is incredible. I think you guys are really gonna like this. We're gonna throw it on a couple of different lines today, some hyzers, we're gonna throw some forehands with it, and then I wanna get some distance shots, see if we can maybe put it out to like, I don't know, 430 or something, because I've been struggling with distance, but if we slow it down, we might be able to get a pop on it. Let's see how it flies. All right, so right here, we're just gonna throw it out on a hyzer, and I want you guys to see that it's not just gonna immediately turn left. We wanna push about 200 feet straight and then go left. Look at that, it almost stood up a little bit. Now let's try and throw it down the middle on a hyzer. Oh, look at that. That's such a good shot on this hole. All right, so we've got a pretty big hole here, 618 feet. I wanna see how we can do throwing these forehand first, okay? I'm gonna take them, I'm gonna throw it flat. There is a little bit of wind out there that kind of swirls, so we don't know how that'll affect this. But we're gonna try and throw it flat with power, and I imagine it's gonna pan a little bit left, and then it's gonna come back to the right. But we should be able to clear this fairly easily. Oh yeah. Man, that's where some of my backhands make it. What the heck? All right, so it panned a little left and then went right. So now I'm gonna try and throw it with some good, I mean, that was good power for me. And I'm gonna maybe give it a little bit of ante out of the hand. Stable up, stable up, stable up, stable up, stable up. Ooh! Yo, what? Please miss that tree. Okay. I don't think I've ever even thrown a backhand that far on this hole. All right, let's see where this is. So we're at, wow, we're at 380 right here. And I mean, that's playing about 6 feet uphill. That feels like that's like a 400-foot shot of power right there, because man, this is just like a chip forehand. Holy cow, that was ridiculous. All right, so I came over to a soccer field now, and we are going to obviously have flat ground to throw on. So I'm gonna throw a couple forehands, see how far those can go, and then we're gonna throw a couple of backhands as well, just to see what we can get these to do. All right, now obviously you guys know that I've talked about a little bit about losing my distance over the last little bit. So we're gonna see if I can remember a bunch of the stuff that I used to do when I was able to hit high fours. Pretty much every session I'd go out to the field, I could throw it 450, 460, and I've lost that. So I'm gonna try and unlock some of that stuff here and see if we can pop these out here, see what type of backhand distance we can pull out of the Strive. Come on. Push for me. Push for me. Get past that light pole. Oh, if it's past the light pole, I think that's 4. Okay, that felt really good. Let's get this other one out here. I'm stepping a little bit in sand. All right, so I've got a new foot placement. Push. Nah, that one's fading. That one still might be 4. And then let's throw, so I've compared this disc to a beat-in Rive. So I'm gonna throw this one fairly similarly, and we'll see. I might try and pump this on a little bit of Annie. See if we can really get a flat out of it. Keep holding it. Ah, it's over by the pink one. Right in front of that soccer goal, which I think is at 400. Slow grace. Now keep in mind this is an 11 speed, so gonna be a little bit different. Now that feels like a golf line. I think that's just as far. All right, so we threw one of the strives 390, but we threw this Grace 393. So, I mean, I think that just kind of goes to show that it's not always distance drivers that go as far, like 13 speed versus 11 speed. And historically, I've thrown some fairway drivers like 450 before. So, yeah. But I want to see if we can push one of these strives over 400 here, so I'm really going to try and lock in. Come on. Stable out. Please stable up. Please stable up. Dude, that headwind is just ripping those. I'm gonna throw this Grace one more time as well. Okay. Now that feels like a smash. Is that gonna get past the light pole in the air? Now that's definitely 400. All right, so again, I threw the Grace about 395 there. We're on the other side of the field now. I'm gonna see if a different wind can help us, because I wanna get one of these to 400, and I also just wanna see the flight a little bit more. So now it feels like it's right to left, but we'll see. I'm gonna try and throw this flat. Yeah, it's definitely right to left wind now. I'm throwing these on golf lines right now. Stable out. Okay, so my consensus on the strive, so it's actually a really good disc. I'm dealing with some wind out here in the field, but the feel of it is incredible. The rim's not too big for me, and I have tiny fingers. It flies really good on forehands for me. Like, it's a distance forehand disc for sure. And then for backhands, like, I'm still working on getting my form back, but it's getting good flight lines out of it. I really enjoy it. Why don't you guys comment down below, let me know if you've thrown the strive and how you feel about it.